Greetings, my name is Monk Rowe from the Hamilton College Music Department. We are filming for our Jazz Archives today, and it's a very special event. We have two of the jazz greats with us this afternoon, Mr. Milt Hinton, bassist extraordinaire, and the great jazz vocalist Joe Williams. And we're going to let them talk and relate some of their experiences in the world of jazz.
So wonderful about that, there was a black community. We didn't all go to the same school, but we all met musically. Somewhere with bands, you went to some school, I went to Winterford, but we had the rehearsals, and in the amateur hours, we met. And that's how we got to know each other. And they were there because Chicago was the center of the United States before airlines.
Oh, yeah.
People in California couldn't get to New York. It took almost a week to get to New York, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And if you did, you had to come through Chicago anyway.
There you go. This was the starting place.
That's right. You had the 20th Century Railroad that ran from Chicago to New York. You had the Santa Fe Railroad that ran from Chicago to California. So people, businessmen say, well, ain't no sense in making that trip all the way to New York or California. Let's meet in Chicago.
Right.
So that's where it was busting. And that's where we came in. Our parents saw where they could be porters in the railroad stations.
Right.
Red caps in the railroad stations.
Services.
Yeah, services.
Yeah.
And think about them schools, man. Wasn't they wonderful?
Oh, when I went to Englewood High School,
That's right.
It was predominantly white.
That's right.
I mean, it was over 80-20.
That's right.
You know,
Sure.
White when I went there,
Sure.
1933. You know, 1933 and 34,
Yeah.
35, 36, and 37.
It's funny how Chicago was set up at that time when we were young. The South Side was 99 and 44% black. Then there was a group of black people on the West Side.
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, we on the South Side thought we were more affluent because there was more churches over there on the South Side and more of us in schools over there. But here comes Cosby and his sister and a lot of guys from that West Side that was just out-of-sight musicians,
Really?
entertainers, really great.
Really super.
And we got to give the men of what we call on the other side, the gangsters, a lot of credit for helping music along because they owned those clubs and they kept music.
They patronized it.
Capone's group, they had, Al Capone had this cotton club over on Cicero. And he wanted to open a cotton club with black entertainers and white customers.
Yeah.
And the gangsters. And he opened a club downtown, it's called the Club Rubaiyat for his gangster pals just to have some place to come and bring their ladies to have lunch.
Yeah.
His seat was like 7,500 people.
Yeah.
Put Eddie South in there.
Yeah.
And we played all these different places for him.